So let's begin. So,
Yeah.
welcome to the show Eat with the Owner. I guess today is the episode 42. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Megan.
Thank you. And how to say your name?
Harrison.
Harrison. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, pretty easy.
And your last name is
Weinreb.
yeah, that's kind of a bit.
A little less.
Is it like Irish or German? What is it?
It's like Jewish.
Jewish?
Yeah.
Great. And yeah, it's amazing to. I know, like on the Twitter, I see you are a comedian.
Yeah. I've been doing tweets on there for a long time now. Since 2017, I think.
That's like 5-6 years.
Yeah. I got addicted, you know?
You like Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Actually, I saw your tweets. It's a great idea to write something like here or there, wrote some small jokes or here,
Right.
some lines.
Yeah.
What is that part of technique you use to write your jokes to perform?
Sometimes, but it's kind of different. Like the type of jokes on Twitter are different, you know, than when you're doing comedy, stand up. But sometimes they work on both, you know.
Yeah, actually, like we before we start the recording, like you came to Cuisine on that before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been here before.
Yeah. So you know our menu a little bit.
I know the menu a little bit.
Yeah, we can start ordering food, save some time, bring the order to the kitchen.
Nice.
So you can order a lot of food.
Wow. I never had an experience like this.
It's all you can eat.
Yeah.
And also a la carte at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like on TV. You know?
Yeah. You can try something you never tried before, something.
You want to get this tofu skin salad?
Yeah, sure. Skin salad.
The noodle salad, it's like sesame.
Yeah, there's sesame, but you can choose not to put it. You're allergic to sesame?
No, I love sesame.
Yeah, that's just a little bit, but it's mainly it's from the potato starch.
Okay, you want to get this too?
Yeah, for sure. That one a little bit like a jellyfish, the texture.
Right. Okay.
That one is a little bit strange to some folks.
Because I've had the other cold noodles, wheat noodles, or the yang pea.
Oh, that one is very different. Yeah,
That's different.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but that one a little bit harder. The texture itself. This one more like jelly.
Okay.
Yeah. But that one is more famous, I believe. It's myself. I like that one better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's even probably more difficult to make.
More difficult to make.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be made of probably the green beans. You know, the tiny green beans, the powder, the flour of the green beans.
Oh, the flour is from the green beans.
Yeah. So it's not a regular.
It's not wheat noodles.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But they're very famous one though. In Montreal, you can have one very unique restaurant serving that, or some homemade. It's a unique, very famous one. It's from Xi'an. You know the terracotta warriors from the same city.
Right.
It's most famous from that city, terracotta city.
There's a restaurant that has Xi'an food?
It is. There's one. I'm not sure it's open, but it's tough on the business during the pandemic. You know the Chinatown on the Saint Laurent Street, and then the main one, the cross, that's on the corner, the second floor.
Oh, okay.
Xi'an, Xian. The name is Xi'an.
Right.
But it's I suppose probably tough because it's a big place. The rent is high, and also the pandemic. Before the pandemic, I heard probably a little bit difficult. I'm pretty not sure it's still open or not. But I really thought it's still open.
Right. No, I think I watch this guy on YouTube. Mikey Chan.
Yeah. He's the some noodle. The channel called some noodle, right?
Strictly dumplings.
Oh, strictly dumplings.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so famous. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch him all the time.
Seriously, yeah. That's amazing.
He likes Xi'an food. I think he's
Yeah. Xi'an is a big thing for the
right.
and
It's
also
it's the northern Xi'an.
very west.
Oh, okay, west.
So the Xi'an is for that noodle famous, and also for the breads like sandwich, like Chinese sandwich with the meat.
Oh, that
between.
Chinese hamburger.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Very, very.
I've had that. Yeah. Right, he takes the hamburger, he dips it in the sauce with noodles.
That guy is eating a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I guess he probably has like his channel has maybe 2 million subscribers or more than probably more.
Probably more.
Yeah. That guy is very successful. Very successful.
Did you see one time in Toronto, he went to a Chinese like?
Oh, went to Toronto too, but not in Montreal, I guess.
No, he's never been to Montreal. But one time in Toronto, he went to this like place where they gave him a mountain of lobster. Did you see it?
I guess I saw but I did not click into, but I saw the
picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the video.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Toronto, you have very, very expensive Chinese restaurants.
Yeah.
So the seafood. Yeah, that Michael is kind of very, very, very successful.
Yeah. He used to have a science channel where he did like science videos.
I did not know that.
And I think that was the first thing he did. What's better?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
What do you think we should get into? Like the cumin beef or the beef and chili oil?
Probably cumin beef.
Okay.
Yeah. Take that one?
Yeah, sure.
Cumin beef. Okay. It's very popular here.
Yeah, I like cumin. I like cumin lamb too.
Yeah, that one is more classic.
Right.
The lamb, but lamb is not easy to find.
Right. Want to get this 3-cup chicken?
Okay. It has bones. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you
probably we can add some vegetable.
Yeah.
The green beans are always good.
Oh,
The
yeah.
eggplant, little bell pepper is good as well.
Yeah, I want to get the eggplant potatoes.
Yeah, that one very popular. Something else?
What do you think? What's your favorite?
I have a lot of stuff. My favorite probably twice cooked pork here. Twice cooked, but you mean it's a little bit oily.
It's not okay. It's not this one.
Yeah, this is a little bit spicy.
Okay.
And,
You want to get it?
It's up to you. Or the intestines. Eat intestines. It's too crazy.
It's tripe.
But no, it's intestines, not tripe.
Oh, okay. Let's get this.
Twice cooked pork.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
I think it's enough, right?
Yeah, that's a lot. Also, I'm not. You have to eat a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Because
no problem.
because I just before I came here, the reason I was late because I took my in-laws to
Right. No,
I had some already.
no worries.
So,
No worries. I didn't need anything today.
Steamed rice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Steamed rice.
that should be all. Any
That's
alcohol to drink?
No, not for me.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much, everything. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's gonna keep running, so everything will.
Oh, okay.
Always running in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Always running.
Right.
So, with other guests, I always start with if you don't mind, which year you were born, or
I was born in 1998.
that's pretty young.
Yeah.
That's only 24 years old,
Right.
and in Montreal.
Yeah, I was born in Montreal, pretty close, at Royal Victoria Hospital.
Okay,
It used to be there, but I think
Oh,
they
that's
shut-
like Codenage, right? Near Codenage. Is that Victoria?
No.
Oh, that's Maria. That's what is that? What is it?
Cotenage, there's a few like Cotenage. I think there's the Jewish General
Yeah,
Hospital.
that's the biggest one. There's a parallel, like 2 or 3, 4
Right.
blocks away,
Okay.
closer to downtown. That's either Victoria or St. Marie.
The Royal Victoria is on Pine Avenue de Pine, or it was, but now I think it's closed.
Oh yeah.
Not enough.
Oh yeah, probably they moved to the super hospital.
Yeah, now it's a super hospital.
Yeah, hospital. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Great. So all the time you were staying in Montreal.
Yeah, pretty much all the time I was staying in Montreal. You were born in China?
I was born in China in 1979, so
Okay.
I'm 43. Yeah, 43 years old already.
Right.
43.
Where in China were you born?
It's a small village in Jiangsu province. Jiangsu is a very good province economically.
Oh,
It's number 2 or number 1 province like in China. But unluckily, I was in the rural area. I was buzzing. Yeah,
okay,
we live in the very poor village.
okay. And when did you come to Canada?
17 years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
migration. Finding a new culture.
Right.
It's the new culture,
So where the province you're from, where is it in China? It's the north?
It's right in the middle, but it's coastal. It's
Ah.
near the east coast. It's like Shanghai. Shanghai used to be part of Jiangsu province. So
Okay.
Shanghai, they grew too rich, too big, so they want to be independent or whatever.
Right, okay.
It may not be they wanted, but somehow they kind of, it's the provincial level of city.
Okay.
It has a mega status.
Right. It's like Washington.
Yeah, like DC.
Yeah.
And in China, have 4 cities with that status. It's the Beijing, Shanghai, and Tianjin, and Chongqing. So the 4 cities, they have the status of kind of the special own managed city.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, we
Nice.
have 21. I'm not sure that my knowledge is maybe from school is maybe too old. It's probably we have 31 or 32 provinces,
Right.
plus these 4 cities.
So your province is close to the ocean?
Yes, not too far. But I've
Okay.
never been there. But if you keep going one direction to the east, probably 200 kilometers or 100 kilometers will be the sea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was there what kind of food did you have? What's the
Uh,
food?
The village is gonna be a lot of fish. We
Yeah.
live by a lake,
Oh,
a
okay.
huge lake. My village was next to a the lake is the 4th largest freshwater lake in whole China. So the
Oh.
4th largest. It's
Wow.
a huge lake.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So it's like mainly like me growing up like fish, a lot of fish.
What kind of fish? Like
Just it's close to what is that called? Here is I don't know how is that, but you don't have exact, but look the same. It's a freshwater fish. A lot of little spines, so it's not easy to eat.
okay.
Trapita or something? Trapila?
Tilapia?
Yeah, tilapia I have.
Okay.
But it's smaller and also like it's little more white or more gray, the color itself.
Okay.
And it's smaller and the text is more like delicate.
Right. Okay.
But that's very, very famous in our lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the body, the shape, everything, the characters look similar, but it's just like small.
Okay. I had one time I had a boss who was from Fujian.
Okay, Fujian.
Is that's south? Of
Fujian is very south.
Oh, okay.
In
Right.
like 100,000 years ago, they may not be part of. We call them barbarians, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that time, yeah, 1,000 years ago, they were not the central kingdom. So,
Oh, okay. Wow.
so you have to be central located in the modern China,
Right.
the map. So it's kind of Henan province, Hebei, Shandong, all this kind of province in the middle, Jiangsu. We were too east, we're too eastern. Like even we are kind of the civilization, the whole political power 1,000 years ago, but we're a little bit too on the edge of the eastern edge. But
Okay.
our province is kind of produce too much agriculturally, so they produce a lot of products. I guess that's why it's kind of important, but not the central point.
Okay.
Central Point, all those kind of like inner
Right.
like territories, those kind of regions.
Right. Okay. Wow.
They were fighting, and on the east side of 2 or 3 provinces, we produce a lot of paddy, the rice,
Yeah.
the wheat, or other fruits, whatever. So kind of provide them with food, a lot of stuff. But politically, it's not that strong.
Well, okay. It's very interesting.
Yeah, but Fujian is 2000. So either you are too southern or too northern. So you are not part of that. Sometimes they attacked us. We kind of revenged, and then kind of the territory changed hands.
Oh, okay.
So they had their own kings or whatever. So they had their own.
Okay, Fujian had their own kings, and your province had its own kings.
Most time, no. It's part of the empire.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, but if Two North would have its own kings.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it's kind of too far to reach to control.
Right.
That's 1,000, 2,000 years ago. But the last dynasty, Qing dynasty, they controlled everything, even including Taiwan. So
Right.
that's controversial right now. But the
Okay.
Qing dynasty, that empire did have the full control of Taiwan.
Okay.
So that's about from 500 years ago to 100 years ago. So I guess that dynasty lasted about 400 years. So that
Okay.
400 years, Taiwan was totally administered by the central government.
Okay.
That's why the controversial is still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It depends how powerful the empire is. So you can control certain remote areas.
Right.
Like Russia, today Russia controls huge territory,
Right.
the largest country in the world.
Right. Okay.
If you are too far, they rebel or they had their own kings, their own emperors.
Right. They're too.
Sometimes they pay tributes to you. Probably they pay tributes, but you don't have full control over them.
Okay. Right. Wow. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Fujian, Guangdong, but they have their own culture a lot. So even the dialect is very different from the main other regions.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
That.
But a lot of time they were part of it, and then they separate a little bit. They come back. They not come back. They conquer more problem maybe.
Right.
It's your power. You can conquer them, or you force them to be part of you.
Right. Wow.
It's,
I heard that Fujianese is pretty rare language to hear.
Yeah. Very difficult to understand.
Oh, okay.
In overall China, you have many hundreds of dialects.
Right.
I have hundreds of them. But some of them will be easier, too close to the official Mandarin.
Yeah.
Some of them will be too far from the official accent.
Right.
So it is kind of What did you do for the Fujian boss?
Oh, I did programming.
Okay, you do programming.
Yeah, but I'm not very good. It wasn't that good.
So you grew up, so typically you go to the secondary school, the CJEP college, or what?
I went to CJEP, but then I didn't want to do a full batch. I didn't want to do full university.
Okay. So you got 3 years in the CJEP or something?
No, I just did regular CJEP 2
Okay.
years, and then I did a course, a quick course to
Okay.
do programming.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I started doing that for a bit, but it's hard when you want to do comedy. You feel
Yeah.
like the other stuff takes up your time that you should be thinking about.
But when did you start having interest in comedy?
Long time ago.
10, 12 years old?
Yeah, probably 12 years old.
Oh, that time you kind of rebelled or something? The
No.
comedy got a lot of the bad languages. Parents would say, "Oh, don't listen to them."
Yeah, but I would see it on TV, comedy, on just for laughs, on TV.
Yeah.
They would have a gala, and I would watch it. And
But that's clean. Call it clean.
yeah, pretty clean
comedy.
usually. And I just thought it looked so easy,
Okay.
because I thought, wow, I can't believe they make money. They just talk
Yeah.
for 10 minutes, and then they can go home, or go back to their hotel. So that's why I was really interested, because I was like, that seems like the easiest job and most efficient way to make money.
That's like,
but it's not true.
Yeah, that's like Hollywood stars. You look at them make a movie. Some of them paid like $20 million for a movie.
Right, exactly. But that was my thing. But I didn't want to do acting.
Yeah.
So I thought this was like the next, even less work.
Yeah.
Like.
But when you start getting really serious about that thing?
I got really serious when I turned 18 and I could start to perform at bars and stuff. Because before you're 18, there's nowhere to perform, because you're not allowed. But when I turned 18, I signed up to go on at the Comedy Nest. Have you ever been?
Yeah. You're gonna be in next week or this week?
Yeah,
this Saturday, right?
Yeah. I was 18. I signed up to go on there for open mic, And then I went with my sister, and I told her, I was like, "Well, I'm too nervous. I can't do it." And then she was like, "Just do it." And then I did, and then you can't stop, because it's addictive. Because sometimes it goes very well, and sometimes it goes very poorly. So it's so.
Why did they? Sorry to interrupt you, but why do they call it bomb?
Why do they call it bomb?
Yeah, when you do it badly, like.
I think they call it bombing because I'm not sure.
Because last time I was the last guest was Monica Hamburg.
Did you ask her? What did she say?
After we finished recording, I was thinking, I was asking. She did not know either.
Okay.
So I was listening to a lot of comedian podcasts or something. They said like the great kill and then the murder, even murder. But when you do bad, it's bomb. But both of them sound cool. I thought
it's true.
Yeah, at the beginning, like I thought bomb was a good thing, but from the context they were talking about, probably it's not that great.
No, bombing is bad because I think bombing is just, I don't know, when you drop a bomb, it's like...
it's not precise.
It's just not, the aftermath is usually not good.
Okay, got that, probably.
Okay. But I don't know why, but then they call it killing because, I think they call it killing because people are dying of laughter.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That makes sense.
So
they build your six pack. If you laugh hard, you build your six pack.
Right, exactly. They're
hurts.
It's gut splitting or whatever. But no, it's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. That's
a Google your research and maybe ask your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
You can test them.
Right.
To see why do we call bombing?
But yeah, have you ever thought about doing it?
No. But I am interested in comedy because I learned English by watching or listening.
Okay.
Yeah, because I always try to improve English. So you listen to podcasts or watch video clips, YouTube videos, and it's amazing. The first one, the beginning, I was watching a lot of Robin Williams.
Oh, okay.
Especially the long one. There's, I guess, one in New York or something. He drank 10 bottles of water on the stage. He put maybe 20 bottles of water. That one's classic one.
Right.
The whole thing about 1 hour, more than 1 hour. He made jokes about French people, don't care, smoke like that.
Right. Yeah, he's pretty funny. But is there did you watch comedy in China? Is there
But in the last 10, 20 years, it's starting getting, there's a roast as well, there's comedy stuff as well, some good comedians.
Yeah.
But that's about last 20 years. That time I left China already, about 17 years ago. So I was also, for me, it's not a big thing because it's not helping my English.
Right.
So I usually use I want to enjoy something, plus I can improve my English. That's my thing.
Right. Yeah. That's a good idea.
So you got so your first open mic is Comedy Nest.
Yeah, that was my first one.
But how did you feel about it? It
went pretty good, but I think I was lucky because the audience was very supportive. Because it was it was getting close to the Just for Laughs festival, you know, and so there was a lot of good comedians warming up, and
So you're gonna see some big names.
yeah, there was some you know, kind of big names, but they were very good. You know, everyone on the show was very good, and I got lucky because if other people are doing well, it's easier for you to do well.
Okay.
I find.
I went to the Comedy Nest 2 times.
Yeah.
I went there, but like a lot of it's very great setup. Like, it's very small, close seating, very close to the stage.
Did.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's amazing. Only thing for me is like some of the if like when I watch video, if I don't understand, I can go back.
Oh yeah.
But the live one,
Right.
a little bit too difficult for me to some of them. But
Right. No, I agree. Because sometimes I'm watching, and then you tune out for a few minutes or like a few seconds. You lose concentration, and then when you come back, you don't know what's going on.
And also the language level, I'm not there. So some context, some names they mentioned,
Right.
and in something happened before, you know, the some names I'm totally not familiar,
Okay.
totally new to me.
Do you go on the weekend or on the?
I guess I went
Open
one
mic.
time was not open mic because I'm super busy. It's during the pandemic. It's super busy. So in the restaurant. So
Okay. No, I've had these before. These tofu noodles. It's very good. Wait, sorry. What, you didn't go on to the open mic?
no, I went like I guess second time was the Seguin, Derek Seguin.
Oh, Derek's again. Yeah.
Seguin.
Yeah.
The first one was the lady who was the Carly or Baker.
Carly Baker. Yeah.
Yeah. She was hosting one time. She was great. She was
Right. Yeah. It's
hosting
very
the-
good. Nice.
This one have to mix.
Mix it. Right. That's very good.
So a lot of people, the first time on stage is kind of really nervous like hell, right?
Yeah.
Most people. It's kind of,
Yeah.
they said once you start, probably it's the next second time, third time will be easier.
Right.
Just to
Yeah.
break the fear.
It takes a long time, honestly, for it to get easier. Thank you.
Yeah, that's for you.
Is this the toy squid pork or the cumin?
Oh yeah, cumin beef.
Okay.
This one you have to mix
Uh,
with the, what is this called? Sesame paste.
sesame paste, right?
You can try. I probably try to eat a little bit less today
Right.
because I had a lot of food
Oh,
this
no
morning.
worries,
A lot of food today. It's kind of a job for me now,
no worries. Right.
like eating food.
Very good.
How do you like it so far? Like being a comedian. Like you are full-time comedian, or like you still do something on the side, or the comedian is on the side, comedy.
Right now, I think I do comedy full time right now, but it's not ideal yet.
Also, the pandemic is pretty brutal to you guys too,
Yeah,
because you cannot have audience, or audience, the people, they can more reluctant, right? Even the rules allow.
right. Very
Even,
true.
even for the restaurant business, still people you see by average, less people are willing to gather.
Right. Wow, I love that.
But you speak French as well, right?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, not that much.
How do you like the French is like Montreal almost a French city, right?
Yeah.
But how do you know, like your knowledge about the comedy scene, stand-up comedy scene in Montreal? Like, are they more English or more French, or
Much more French.
much more French? The
Like-
overall
Overall, in French, like the comedy is huge.
here.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you speak French?
Just a little bit. I'm still learning.
Yeah, me too. But I think it's much bigger in French, and it's very popular in French. Like it's surprising, because even in New York,
Yeah.
English comedy is not as popular as French comedy is in Montreal.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. That's really surprising. Do they make like some of them really famous, like for French comedy here, comedians?
Mm-hmm.
I know Montreal. There's an English one called the Sugar Sammy, right? He's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's very famous. He's got like posters up I see everywhere.
Yeah.
There's Mike Ward. Have you heard of him? He's a pretty famous French comedian. But he also does it in English.
Yeah, I only focus probably something to be able to enjoy some of it. Probably English right now. The French I'm too far behind. But the English language, the comedian, do we have like a Sammy Sugar? A lot of people like him, that kind of level, famous level.
Like Sugar Sammy?
Yeah, Sugar Sammy
From Quebec?
from Montreal.
I don't think there's that many like who are that level of famous from Montreal or from Quebec. But he does it like he does French and English sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
It's great with audience,
Yeah,
crowd.
right. Thank you.
But for the English community here, the comedy community, do they have a close community, or like do they help each other? Or?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty like I see all the same people all the time. Do comedy, like everybody, it's all the same people out there
Okay.
at open mic and at the shows.
So you guys have a great relationship.
Yeah, pretty good. What about you? Do you talk to other restaurant owners?
I try to just eat with the owner. Actually, if probably I have one very popular, the Asian fusion restaurant.
Mhm.
Very successful restaurant. The owner probably will join this podcast sometime soon.
Oh, wow, nice.
It will be the first owner. So that would be eat with the owner and then double your offer.
Right.
Like owner with the owner.
Wow. What is it? What's the restaurant called? All
La
right.
Belle Tonkoise
Okay.
is a pretty popular one.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard.
The La Belle, what is the? It's the Vietnamese the soup called the Tonkoise.
Okay.
I'm not good at with words, but the name is La Belle, the beautiful, the pretty this. So it's amazing. I came here because I talk to customers sometimes. So he came here to eat several times with his friends. One time I was chatting with him. So he mentioned he's a restaurant owner as well. So like we just kind of he showed me. I asked like he showed me what restaurant he owns, like he's running right now, and then I Google Map checked it on Google Map. It's amazing. 4.8 review,
Wow.
like 1,000, almost about 1,000 reviews every 4.8. That's almost never seen.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's really great restaurant. He has on Instagram. He always posts some the videos inside the restaurant. It's kind of very funky, very dynamic. Customers, it's more like atmosphere kind of that stuff.
Right.
Very successful.
Sometimes I find that the reviews, like some of my favorite restaurants, they have like 3.8 stars. Because people get upset over stuff that's like not the food.
Yeah.
I find.
When they're super busy, maybe they're not paying attention to the services or even wait time too long. That
Right.
could be the problem that people are not happy with.
Right.
Yeah, the cumin beef is not bad. It's very popular. A lot of people order this.
It's very good. Because a lot of times I have this dish, but it's just like it tastes kind of only of cumin, But this has other stuff.
But do you eat out a lot?
Yeah, probably.
What kind of restaurant do you like?
I love like this kind of food. Like I like very spicy Chinese food. Szechuan.
Yeah.
Is this Szechuan or it's like North?
I guess it's Sichuan.
Okay.
This one I'm not sure. Before was when it says cumin, it's most probably from Xinjiang, the Uge area. The Uge, the Xinjiang province. Most probably from there.
Is that the North?
I guess the west and north is very big area, big region, but less population. The cumin, they like to use cumin. They like this more like a more kind of much better version would be cumin lamb. You mentioned, right? Cumin lamb, because lamb somehow it's kind of naturally tastes a lot better with cumins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the skewers.
The skewers, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
skewers,
what I've had it before.
Yeah, yeah.
Skewers.
It's always have like that kind of cumin. So without bones or like these small pieces, if you stir fry with cumin flavor with lamb, would be perfect.
Right.
But unfortunately, we cannot do that because it's too expensive for the lamb, and then
also because you need to get a good lamb that has enough fat.
Yeah, a little bit tender. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we end up at the beginning. This one was not on the menu at all at the beginning. So maybe 2 years into the business, we had this one. At the beginning, we had the toothpicks.
Okay, a skewer?
The small toothpicks. Then we do that, make it like it's more presented better, because it's gonna propping each other up, so the pieces.
Okay.
But that was 7-8 years ago we started having that.
Okay.
But sometimes I had trouble with the toothpicks because they get they thought it's kind of a part of the food, so they kind of
they get injured.
Yeah, injured, a little bit bleeding here the lips, and then and it took us a lot of time to do that as well, because you have to get the beef slice into that toothpicks.
For sure.
Yeah, and then that's the opposite. so,
Right.
Yeah. But it's look a little bit fancier.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have little small chunks of that things are propping each other, and then this plate is gonna look more full, and then have more like a 3D. It's kind of going up.
Why do you put a dish on the menu and take it off sometimes? What's the reason? It's too hard and not enough people order?
Yeah, that's the main reasons. Either it's gonna mess up the kitchen. Some of them, there's one very famous it's called what is that? How to say that? It's like genital chicken, but it's pork. It's a thin pork slices, but tons of sugar. So you get that kind of how to say that? You get a lot of starch, wet starch on, like wrapping that kind of the pork slices, and then you deep fry them when it's kind of
it sprays everything.
yeah, when it's stiff,
Right.
and then you stir fry with a lot of sugar, and it tastes amazing.
Right.
It's very popular, but end up like it's too messy and it's not.
It messed up the kitchen too?
Yeah. When you are busy, so you're gonna that kind of water together with starch, and you have to kind of mix it with the hand to kind of get
right.
applied evenly,
Right.
and then you kind of dripping here or there.
But it's a different process to make General Tao?
General Tao is very different.
Oh,
But the General Tao, you have that starch as well, but you do it by batch. You save a block of time to do this thing only to prepare this batch.
Right.
And then you kind of put them, weigh them, separate them, bag them, and put it in the freezer or fridge for next use. So it's kind of you always do by batch.
Right. Do you know, like, because sometimes I go to a Chinese restaurant, I have a like beef.
Yeah.
And it's so tender, but the cut is not. I don't think the cut is like a very tender cut.
Okay.
And then my brother told me they do like sometimes they put like baking soda on it or baking powder.
Yeah.
Velvet.
I guess. Yeah, it's always like that. The most meats they put. I don't know if it's baking soda or powder, but it's one of them. Baking powder. Baking powder problem. So it's like you prepare the flour, the same idea, I guess.
Right.
You making like fluffy a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes I have like a beef in chili oil or something.
Yeah.
And the beef is so tender, you know?
Usually you marinate it 1 day or two. I guess 1 day marinate half day,
Right.
at least few hours.
Okay. Do you get more business on Uber Eats from people coming in the restaurant?
During the pandemic, yes, and even today, most of the time we not most of the time. Sometimes when we're busy, we just turn it off for the Uber Eats.
Oh, right.
If we keep it open for all the time, it definitely will have more.
Oh, okay.
But we try to stick to the dining experience.
Yeah.
We always prefer that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
this is great. I love to eat in this restaurant because it's so nice space and
So the first floor you space out, right?
Yeah.
When I put the booth chair, the sofa, and then the table,
Yeah.
I kind of we space them out.
right.
So people have, I personally I prefer people can stay in the restaurant for like 1 hour, 2 hours, even 3 hours, chat
Right.
with friends,
Right.
sitting there.
Yeah. It's a really great restaurant to eat at.
For me, I'm not too care. I'm not too concerned with the turntable.
Right.
So I just like people to have a place to eat the food and then to
Socialize.
with. That's the whole idea for this video as well.
Right.
It's more like you don't want to be too serious, right?
Right.
Do you like Mexican restaurant or Mexican food?
I like Mexican food, but I haven't really found that many good Mexican places. You?
I like the Trois Amigos though.
Oh yeah? I went there a long time ago for my mom's birthday, I think. But that's it. What do you get there?
Tacos.
Tacos?
I brought my daughter there. She's 7. She was 6, 7. Now she's 10.
Mm-hmm.
But other than Chinese restaurant, what other restaurant you like the most? Italian, French?
I like Korean.
Oh, that's super popular.
Yeah.
Which one you go often? You like the bibimbap? What is that called?
Bibimbap?
Yeah, bibimbap. I
like
have
that.
issues with that word.
Oh yeah, you don't
Yeah.
like that dish?
No.
Or the word.
Yeah, the pronunciation.
Okay.
Yeah, always forget
Right.
bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I probably Thank you. No, I probably won't forget that easy.
I like the pork bone soup.
Okay.
With the chili flakes in it, or the chili.
Hey, you order the rice cookbook. You are Jewish. Sometimes Jewish people is strict. They don't eat this, right?
Right, but
Your family don't
Yeah.
follow that.
no. Yeah, I like Korean food and
How about Japanese food?
yeah. I haven't really been to I haven't had anything more than ramen and sushi. What about you?
Yeah, Japanese, that's the main thing, ramen and sushi.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of sushi before, but since the high-end sushi is so expensive, so I always go to the all-you-can-eat.
Yeah, right. Me too. I used to eat a lot of sushi, but then I ate too much. Sometimes you eat something too much, you can't have it anymore.
Okay, yeah. When I was young, or some few years ago, I went to the all-you-can-eat sushi place, and at the beginning was very happy, but end was too full and kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable the stomach, so I kind of regretted you just ate too much since it's the same price. You just cannot help. I forgot to bring a plate for the bone. You can put the bone somewhere. Extra paper. Put on the paper tissue.
But that's what I like about Chinese food a lot is like keeping the bone and the cartilage, So
Yeah. That's I don't know. There's maybe science behind it, but the meat with bone just tastes better somehow. Could be science.
I think I saw that this dish is from Taiwan.
Yeah, that's totally Taiwan. It's very famous from Taiwan. That's the only one on our menu is from Taiwan.
Okay.
We have several from Sichuan, Northern. This one is Northern. The eggplant, little bell pepper. This one is top sale, I believe, one of the top.
Oh, really?
And the cumin beef as well.
Have you ever been to Taiwan?
No. From China, then other few countries or on the business trip. I was in 2 business trips. Yeah, inside China, or I did not have time to travel inside or nearby. So had to make money. So right from school, I was the typical path for me, just find a good major to study in a good major, and then easy to find a job.
What did you study?
computer.
Oh, okay.
Computer science. Pretty easy to find a job
Yeah,
that time. Now I'm not sure.
it's getting harder and harder right now, I think.
I guess that's the market.
Yeah,
It's easy to find a job. A lot of people jump in.
jump in, then too many people.
But I guess still even the computer still very popular.
Yeah,
I guess they are the future. Use the AI, everything.
Mhm.
Everything has to deal with IT. You have to use
right.
that kind of technology. Otherwise, probably you're gonna lose your competition with
Right.
your competitors.
Yeah, I feel like right now, like there's always going to be some stuff with the computers.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna lose.
Mhm. Do you find it's getting more expensive to buy the ingredients?
Yeah, for sure. That's why I'm not comfortable with the business. Sometimes I feel like uncertain.
Oh, okay. Because at the grocery store, like everything's going crazy, right? What kind of food do you make at home?
I rarely make anything at home because I live in my in-laws, so
Right.
they're kind of in charge of everything.
Oh, okay.
But I don't eat at home. I don't eat much.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to keep the weight down. Like you are kind of skinny or whatever. So that's some people they have the
I like to have like just very few meals, but very big meals.
Me, I don't eat a lot during the day, but I save that for the snacks or some
Okay.
bubble tea or even
Right.
After this probably I took my coffee because every day I drink big cup of coffee,
Mhm.
and today start the day with a big dim sum meal.
Right.
Do not have my coffee yet. But is your family like Jewish? Do you guys go to the church as well? Every certain day, or
The synagogue? Nah. No, we never really did anything like that.
so your parents they're not asking you to follow them?
No, they don't really follow it.
They don't seriously.
Yeah, it's more just like their background, you know.
But like if you're not somehow if you don't follow the practice or whatever, so are you gonna be okay inside the community?
Mm-hmm.
So some people just follow strictly, some you loosely, some not even follow it. So you guys still
Yeah, there's different like communities. Some people are way more religious, but yeah, I don't think there's like any issue with it.
okay. But if you don't practice, how do they know? How do you kind of say you are Jewish or something? Just by the blood or the family name?
A lot of times the family name, yeah. But a lot of times Jewish people like they see a family name and they're like, oh, they're probably
yeah,
Jewish.
okay.
Yeah, I think so.
But then if some woman marry and then take the husband family name, so you never know.
Right. Right. True. It's very good.
Yeah, that's very popular. Eggplant, we use a lot of eggplant. There's another eggplant dish is the sweet spicy, sweet sour eggplant. That one is too sour for me.
Too sour? Okay.
Yeah, but some people like it, but I always like this one. This one, it's not offending anybody,
Right.
Because it's not spicy, not like too sour. Just like overall, it's very very balanced.
Right. That's very good.
But some people they don't like tomatoes. That's only. We have some customers don't like the green pepper. And some customers even notice the change. We recently changed from the potato wedges, you like triangle, that kind of shape, wedge
Right.
shapes. But
Right.
now we use the slices. Some like one time, like probably it's a lady. She asked like, "Hey, you changed that? What is the reason did you change that?"
What'd you change it?
I did explain. It's because if you use the wedge, it's too thick.
Right.
You have to fry a little bit longer.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, this one is like a very thin, so it's easier, quick, and then crispier.
Right. Yeah, in Chinese food, I always usually see the potato like that,
Yeah,
like thin and circled.
Yeah.
Or unless it's like the strips.
yeah. And we use that before with the wedge-shaped potato because it's matching the shape of
the other.
the cutting of
Yeah,
the
right,
eggplant.
right.
Eggplant we roll it, cut it, roll it, cut it, roll it.
Right.
So it's kind of that kind of shape. So naturally, it will look better to have those kind of similar shapes
Right.
together.
Right. Do you experiment with dishes to add to the menu?
Before, yes. But during the pandemic, we kind of little bit too tired, overworked. So right now for me, I think it's still survival mode.
Mm-hmm. Which is the newest dish you added?
Newest would be can't think of. We added it before, right before the pandemic. We removed them. All of the items. Oh, we just removed the orange beef, not the new one.
Okay.
The new one, I don't think we added any during the pandemic, but I don't recall anything even 3 or 4 years, within the 3 or 4 years, the new one item. We pretty kept it like, we removed several, like few. Orange beef was the latest one we took it off the menu. And then the pork slices I mentioned to you earlier, and what else? But the big plate chicken, removed them as well.
Okay.
Big plate chicken is from the Xinjiang
Right.
area.
I always wanted to try that.
Yeah.
It's with potatoes, yeah?
Yeah. Potato and bell pepper.
Right.
And with noodles as well. Thick noodle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
like the gangnam.
Yeah. That one we cannot do it well, to be honest. It's from Xinjiang area.
It's too difficult.
I guess in Montreal they have 2 or 3 Xinjiang restaurants. They do it pretty well. It's their specialty. They know a lot of stuff.
Okay. I always wanted to try that.
There's one on the Lincoln Street, the new one.
Oh, really? Because I saw Mikey Chen with that. He loves that.
Yeah, they have a lamb skewer as well. That's if you are the one from Xinjiang area, I guess that's how do they sell the, So all these years you all doing comedy.
Yeah.
That's pretty consistent.
Yeah, because I wanted to get to what I saw on TV.
So you almost there, or 80% there, or halfway there?
Well, because the thing is, what I realized, it's like you can get something like that, but it's not consistent.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get like a big opportunity or a big paycheck to do comedy, but it's not very consistent. So that's what I've realized. But I think it's still possible.
Would you like how many clubs they have for comedy in Montreal? Like
There's only 2 clubs,
Comedy Nest and the other one.
Comedy Nest and then the 3rd floor comedy club. It just opened on Crescent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Near the Thursday Winston Churchill there?
Near Stogie's. You know the cigar lounge?
Yeah, cigar, like
Yeah.
London.
Pub, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, on top of that or next to it?
On top of it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's a good spot. Maybe too expensive for a comedy club.
Well, they own the whole building, or something like that.
Just recently opened?
Just recently opened, but they always had the top floor.
Okay.
But my friend Josh,
Yeah.
who I know from high school, he worked there for a long time, and then he started doing comedy.
Okay.
And so he opened the top floor as a comedy club.
Okay.
But it's small, but that's the best for comedy. You know,
Okay.
small area,
Okay.
but very tight together, so that because when it's too wide and when there's too many, when the space isn't closed
Yeah.
enough, there's the laughter like goes away.
Yeah. Who's your who do you like most? Like a bunch of comedians like you listen to, you watch.
I really like this guy Todd Barry. Todd Barry,
You
You know?
United States or here?
United States.
Todd Barry.
But I think you would really like him because what you did with the menu,
Yeah.
on Uber Eats, that is very his style of comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should look him up because I think you'll like his.
Yeah. After this, tell me the name. I'm not
Yeah.
good at the spelling. So.
Oh, no worries. All right, done.
Oh, you can write down here. Yeah, for me, just to watch you, we always the people I know always very very famous, right? You always Google whatever you
Right.
find them.
Right.
Some of the big names you like, very popular, the top names in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
You like the Chris Rock or
Mm-hmm.
he was pretty funny.
Chris Rock is pretty funny.
Yeah, he's top for me, probably top 5 at least or something.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle.
You like him?
Dave Chappelle is, I don't know, but why is he controversial?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the episode I saw, that special, I saw that on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's not that, because maybe I'm not that sensitive, but I don't think that's not a big deal because comedy you always make fun of a lot of stuff.
Right. I don't really. I didn't watch his.
I watched the whole thing,
I didn't watch his ones on Netflix.
but he was. It's very natural. That guy is the only one standing. Dave Chappelle is like very very natural.
Yeah, he started I think when he was really young,
Yeah.
like 14 or something.
Actually, he came to Montreal several times before.
Mhm.
So like Montreal as the English comedy probably on the way down. Used to have attract a lot of the top people. Right now, I'm not sure still have the same kind of attraction to those top performers
Well, a lot of times, like for the
over the border.
Just for Last Festival,
Yeah.
they bring in. It's in Montreal, every year
Yeah.
in the summer, and they'll bring in like a few really famous like top.
But last time was Andrew Schultz was here.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz was here. He was here this year.
Yeah, 2022. Yeah, I saw the news.
Oh, okay. But
He's pretty good right now. He's
Yeah.
almost rising to the top.
right. He's rising to the top. Yeah, I think John Mulaney. Do you know him? He was, I think, one of the biggest people they brought this year. But I know in other years they had like Jerry Seinfeld come.
Okay. Jerry Seinfeld. Maybe he's like probably he's not still active like as a comedy stand-up. He's not. Some folks like they had their status,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't do that kind of a.
They could go there ahead.
Yeah.
I think he still does stand up though. Yeah.
Yeah, because I always watch those kind of. Do you know the Kill Tony?
Kill Tony. Yeah.
I watched a lot of episodes recently.
Okay, with what's the guy's name?
Brian Reban,
Oh, right. But who's that?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's on there. He's just only on sometimes, right?
Yeah. The setup is really amazing. I did not know it's almost 9-10 years. Right now, the format is it's kind of amazing. It's really live. That thing is really testing your nerves.
Right.
Every Monday, I guess Monday evening, every Monday you have a guest. They have a guest. Every week is different.
Right.
So the guest is sometimes could be a lot of comedians here or there, but like it's very very interesting. It's like the crowd work.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy his name is Tony
Hinchcliffe.
Hinchcliffe.
Mm-hmm.
So by the way, his last name is not easy.
Me too. I forgot his name.
Hinchcliffe. Yeah. This guy is so fast, so quick, almost the best in this business to be able to do the jokes right away, to spontaneous,
right,
improvised or whatever.
Right.
It's amazing. Like you, after the 60 minutes with performer finished, the interview is amazing.
Okay.
So interview this person, it's really crazy.
Okay, I think I only watched clips. I don't think I ever watched the full thing.
Yeah, the full show is more fun. It's
Okay.
more fun. Sometimes you feel like people, like there's a lottery draw from the bucket. So he drew the name.
Right, and the comedian comes out.
Yeah, it's not even comedian. Some audience they just sign up. You sign up to be ready to perform for
Right.
60 seconds only.
Right.
You only have 60 seconds.
Right.
And that's crazy. Some of them really bad,
Yeah.
crazy. But some people once in a while you see a good one.
Yeah.
But best part is the interaction. Maybe 5-10 minutes each one.
Okay.
So ask you what's interesting about you, why did you come here, whatever, and he was kind of very brutal sometimes to the guy on the stage. It's
right.
But he was super funny. He's so quick.
I feel like sometimes though, shows like that, they set the person up to fail a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you could. I was even saying like some people do they have script? I don't think they have script, this kind of stuff. But it's so quick for the Tony to be able to make fun of that guy, and it's some people he did not know. And
right.
There was regulars as well. The Kim Hans. Kim Hans is a Korean American. That guy right now his headline everywhere.
He does stand up?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
He was he was founded by the Kill Tony this show.
Oh,
1 year ago, he was leaving his trailer, his van, leaving his van.
Yeah.
Then he was found out funny with working with this Kill Tony.
Right.
He's every week he does 1 minute.
Wow.
Every week. He's so famous now.
Wow.
The Kim's Hans Kim or something.
Honestly, I didn't know enough about Kill Tony. I just see clips.
Yeah. It's really, but it has on the YouTube channel average probably like 200K each episode.
Right.
200K views, but it's more like the live, the audience there.
Mm-hmm.
So live audience. So I just found out through like a few months ago through like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan always kind of promoting a lot of comedians.
There's another show like that, Comedy 101.
Yeah.
One time they asked me to do it, but I was too scared. They were in Montreal, but
you should have tried.
I should have tried.
It's brutal, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I guess like in your business, you cannot fear, like being brutalized or whatever.
Right.
Like you guys are tough, You make fun of yourselves, You have to be that tough.
But I was worried too, because I didn't want to put my jokes on the internet, Yeah. So that's why I said no, because I didn't want it to be on the internet after.
But have you changed your idea about it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've changed it.
Yeah, right now I guess you have to.
You have to.
The internet is everything.
Exactly. That's the old way,
Yeah.
to keep it all secret.
Yeah. During the pandemic, a lot of them even perform on Zoom.
Right.
it's a brutal. The pandemic is really bad for this business. So some people chose to kind of entertain people through internet, through Zoom, but you lose the fun of reaction from audience.
Exactly.
You don't read them. Oh, it's kind of
they're muted.
does not do well as I expected.
Right. Do you ever do like shows up here in this? Just like
Actually,
music maybe, or
we have the second floor. Like it's too big for us. Our first restaurant lost in a fire, so we rushed selection for the second this location. So it's too big for us. Ideally, one floor is good for us.
Yeah.
So this one we always have it free for anybody to use it as an event.
Okay.
We had several events totally free. You don't have to buy food or drink here.
Okay.
So it's always like that. We had a one time like has a Chinese comedy here.
Okay.
Yeah, comedy night. There's a little club, all Chinese Mandarin. So I guess they start last year.
Yeah.
They do 5 shows already.
Oh, okay.
They sell each audience for $10. You
Right.
come in, give them 1 bottle of beer or soda drinks.
Right. You do it in here?
Yeah. One time, the second episode was here.
Okay.
So almost has 90 people. Yeah. We already removed the table there, so all chairs that area. So the people, they have 5 or 6 people come up, the part of the club, the comedians. So they were kind of speaking here.
Yeah.
So people are sitting around. About 80, 90 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. That's a good turnout.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now I guess they have 5 already so far. They try to do every one show each month. One show each month.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they're doing right now. It's tough though. It's tough to do in Chinese language because the Chinese population is not great in Montreal, not that many. So the people into this comedy jokes, that certain, and then also Saturday night downtown, not easy to parking. It's kind of not so many people gonna keep going. The first several very enthusiastic, and then after that probably it's not easy.
Right.
And you always like the group of people always be funny all the time. Have come up with new jokes.
Right. New jokes. That's the hardest part.
Yeah. But other events like the free events are amazing. Sometimes this Thursday tonight there's a Japanese culture organization. They use it every Thursday night. Yeah, so to promote Japanese culture. So they I'm not sure, they have every time they have 40 people come up. They come here like people from local people, Montreal, some folks from Japan background, so they speak Japanese. I guess either they learn languages, Japanese, or like Japanese culture traditions.
Okay.
Every Thursday night.
Every Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, tonight Thursday.
Right.
So they can use the whole floor for their own thing.
The green tea tastes a bit like lychee.
It's the very basic green tea. Basic.
Oh yeah? You don't taste lychee?
No, I don't think it's anything special. It's very basic. Oh, actually, this is not basic. This is not the green tea we serve in the restaurant. We charge $1 per person. This one is the high end. My friend brought me, so I brought it home for guests, for special guests like you.
That's why it tastes like lychee.
Yeah, I do not. Yeah, it's in China there's like more than 10 famous brands for tea. All green tea, they have top brands. They sell by grams.
Right.
Like 1 gram, how many RMB or something.
Right.
So 2 or 3 years ago, my friend came from Shanghai. He brought me a big bag of.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, it tastes really
To be honest, I did not know this brand name before.
Okay.
We always have some high-end green tea. Those names I never heard of it.
Okay. Is there caffeine in green tea or no?
I think so, little bit.
I think so too.
Yeah, little bit. So, even like before you sleep, I don't think you should drink green tea. Yeah. But it's much healthier than coffee for sure.
Right.
green tea is very healthy. When you are healthy, you cannot make a big market.
Right.
Green tea is not drinking green tea is not a big thing. It's not very popular commercial idea.
Mm-hmm. Here it's not that popular.
Yeah. China either.
Really?
It's only at home. Every home has very good green tea. They buy the brand. Like
Right.
some top brand is super expensive. Somehow they just always keep some for their like friends or guests,
Yeah.
important guests or family friends. So but you don't see very lot of successful tea houses.
Oh, okay.
It's really. Even I don't know any name.
But at a restaurant in China, they give you green tea?
That will be regular, like our regular green tea. So by volume.
But it's normal to give green tea at a restaurant.
Some yes, some not.
Okay.
But it's kind of to warm up. I guess they're gonna give you something to drink to warm up.
Right.
Like the dim sum place, they gave you the daisy, like the tea, whatever. It's like daisy or something. The dry daisy.
Oh, okay. What did you have at the dim sum place?
It's always the tender spare ribs.
Oh yeah, okay.
And
The siomai?
sume. Sume I'm not big fan, but I like the liu sha bao, the called the flowing sand.
I don't know.
It's a bun, but inside is probably made of egg yolks.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's kind of super tasty, delicious.
Right.
So that thing, from outside it look is ordinary, regular like a bun,
Right.
but inside is amazing. That thing literally gonna drop
Right.
the flow.
I like the rice. You know, like not the rice noodles, but the rice wrapper with shrimp inside.
Oh, that one
Rice
is
roll.
yeah, the rice roll. Yeah, there's one on the St. Catherine, Yingji Changfen. That's called Changfen.
I saw it. I didn't go, but I saw it.
That's
It's a chain, eh, from China?
yeah, it's a chain. Right now, everything is chain. It's a franchise. Everything. That's why I'm saying the green tea. Even in China, I don't know any franchise name for green tea. Probably there's no even a lot of individual tea places.
Right.
But you have coffee, like Starbucks, Tim Hortons, everything. The coffee is so right now most successful is the bubble tea. The bubble tea you have all these franchise names.
Oh yeah. In China or here? Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like you have Presso tea, I guess is the biggest name. And then you have other brands, you know.
Right.
But like back to the point, if you are healthy, like green tea, healthy is boring.
Right.
You don't make a lot of money.
Right.
And the bubble tea, lot of sugar, lot of cream, sugar. They whatever tastes good, they put in and they shake it and then make it like super tasty.
Right.
And maybe one glass or one cup get like 1,000 calories.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
or even more.
One time I got bubble tea, I asked for like, because it said how much sugar you want, 0%, 25%.
Yeah, half. I always half no ice.
I put 0.
Yeah.
And then I got it, and it was like 100% still.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it.
But it's super tasty, super popular. It's everywhere. Like in downtown Concordia area, you probably can count to 20 bubble tea places, bubble tea restaurants.
Right. It is pretty good. There's so many flavors, you know. Because my friend was telling me he doesn't like bubble tea, but I was like,
bubble tea is a king.
there's a million. There's for sure one flavor you like.
Yeah.
You have to try.
Taro. At the beginning, Taro was a classic. Classic is Taro.
Okay.
Taro.
It was like a purple potato.
Yeah. That one is classic. When I was back in the days, the first in Shenzhen, the first job in Shenzhen, that was 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
And that time, in our area, there's only one bubble tea place from Taiwan, from real Taiwan bubble tea.
Okay.
So the price was 5 RMB. It's like $1 Canadian.
Okay.
That time was super expensive.
Right.
Regular any drink probably kind of 20 cents, Canadian cents.
Oh, okay.
Canadian money, 20 cents. But that one got $1.
Right.
Was super expensive. But it's fun. They have the little robotic like a doll to
Yeah.
shake it. That little machine
Right.
and it's taro, and
Okay.
it was amazing. So it just kind of I was blown away by the taste.
Right.
So sweet and had the taro and the purplish thing,
Right.
and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's
So,
worth it.
Yeah, that's about 22 years ago.
Okay.
First time I had that. It's really amazing. Then like this several years, it's everywhere. They get put all different things inside.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of green tea? Bubble tea to get?
Probably the red beans.
Red beans. Okay.
Yeah, the note on the St. Catherine. They have red beans, green beans. Because red beans always, when you overboil them, they into a paste.
Mm-hmm.
It's really amazing. Red beans, green beans, both of them. Yeah.
Do you get bubbles or grass jelly or another type of jelly?
I always like bubbles. Maybe I'm too traditional. Like
No,
the bubbles.
I like the bubbles too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the green tea. It's kind of interesting. Like last time when we remember like 10 years ago, there was very famous like a franchise called David's Tea.
Oh yeah, it's gone now. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of gone that time, but that tea is not for Chinese people. Me can never appreciate that because it's kind of that kind of a like more spice or kind of a red tea or a kind of spice. They different the chai tea. And never that flavor is kind of I can never accept that kind of chai.
Okay.
What is that? I don't know. It's
I think it's Indian.
Yeah. But they were so popular, right? Everywhere, every big mall you have the David's tea.
Right, but then I think bubble tea came and destroyed it.
I guess bubble tea gonna destroy Tim Hortons or Starbucks too.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because like a lot of young people, they grown up here, even they like bubble tea.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna take the market share from coffee places as well. But they're so expensive.
Yeah.
$8 now average before tax.
Right.
But comparing to coffee, it's so expensive. Like Tim Hortons, you get $2, right? After tax, or around $2, and then you probably 2 or 3 average, right? But bubble tea after tax always 10.
Right.
Very expensive.
Have you ever had Vietnamese coffee?
Yeah, that one is my favorite.
Me too. That's my that's my favorite kind of like drink, like that cold. So strong, but so sweet also.
Yeah. The Vietnamese restaurant, they always have the 3 colors. The 3 colors is the best. You know the 3 colors? The green, white, and then maybe red, something. They have 3 layers. It's like a dessert. No, it's like a dessert. It's super sweet.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they have cocoa milk as well.
Okay.
And the greenish, it's kind of a jelly. And the red beans as well, I guess that's why. And it's super sweet. And they're serving a glass like this.
Okay.
You got 3 colors. You go there, ask 3 colors, they know exactly.
Oh, okay. It reminds me of the Halo. You know that?
Yeah, cool.
The Filipino dessert. It's kind of the same.
I guess it's a similar thing. But you have to go to a good one. Good one. They have so far the best is still the Folian on the St. Catherine near Jewish.
Oh yeah, that one's amazing.
Yeah,
they have the best broth. The best broth.
Yeah, the full thing for me is not a huge deal, but every time I go there, I have 3 colors.
Okay.
I actually had it last week. I went there last week when I was on my way to Kim Fa.
The supermarket.
Yeah, supermarket. So yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago, I went there on bus. So why I kind of jump off to get a quick Vietnamese food.
Do you buy go grocery shopping for the restaurant?
Yes, for me during the pandemic, I'm in charge of everything now.
Okay. Which grocery stores? You go to Kim Fat, right? Or wait, which one did you go to on in Côte d'Ivoire that you stopped by at the?
Shentai and Kim Fa.
Okay.
But I don't go by them. For the grocery, we have delivery. It's called what is that called? Follet. Follet is a big for the Chinese restaurant. They provide the soy sauce, the rice noodles,
right,
udon noodles, all that kind of, and also what else? The wonton skin.
Okay.
The wraps on
Yeah.
wonton. For the imperials, everything they're gonna send every week. You place the order with them, they deliver it for you.
Okay.
But for me, mostly I'm in charge of the vegetables. Vegetables always go to Lakadi area, on the you see the central market or somewhere.
Right.
Central marché.
Jean Talon market?
Yeah. Not Jean Talon. It's the Lakadi.
The Lakadi.
Yeah, Lakadi. The Lakadi Avenue, the boulevard.
Kind of.
On the Côte d'Ivoire, Lakadi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That area has the several vegetable fruits wholesale places. Thomas Fruits, Canada Wide, and the Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all there. So like a triangle. So it's kind of a.
Yeah, I've been to Sammy.
Yeah, they have a huge Costco as well. Costco.
Mm-hmm.
And they're opening up a Walmart, super Walmart. And the construction almost finished.
Okay.
The super Walmart is next on the service road of 40.
Do you ever go to? They just opened a TNT.
Yeah, TNT. My family went there several times. It's the very, very good high-end Asian market. Mm-hmm. It's kind of high-end. It's a little bit pricey.
Yeah, I went in Toronto, but did you go in Montreal?
Yeah, my family went there 2 or 3 times already.
Right.
Yeah. Looks very, very successful. Every day there's a line.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular. They're good for their food, snacks, and the cooked food.
Mm-hmm.
Their cooked food is very, very famous. Mm-hmm. But you have to wait sometime, and there's a line most of the time. The lady, the Carly Baker you mentioned, right? Mm-hmm. But she's from the United States, right? Mm-hmm. But she's staying here, living here for quite some time, right?
I think she moved here pretty recently. Maybe like 2 years.
Yeah. That's what I figured out, because a lot of nights for the comedy nights she's there, right?
Yeah.
She's very regular. Probably she's working for the club.
Yeah, she's very regular.
Yeah.
Like
she's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. I forget where she's from. I think she's from Missouri.
Or Houston somewhere. Probably Houston. I have here. I have her Instagram.
Okay.
But you see her a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
I think it's very brave to be a kind of full-time comedian. It's kind of really risky business.
Yeah, it's pretty risky. It's brave to own a restaurant too. I think.
Yeah. But restaurant, sometimes you have if you're not doing too bad, probably you can survive. You can, if you work hard enough.
Right. I saw your tweet when you said you're not going to open the restaurant today because you.
Yeah.
You're too tired?
Yeah. No, not too tired. That's the only day. We always close on Christmas Day.
Okay.
So that's the only day I'm not working. So like I work
okay.
364 days a
Okay,
week.
because you said that you're not young like you used to be.
Oh yeah, that's the another tweet, I guess. It's like feel like working so many hours.
Yeah. How many hours a day do you work usually?
Usually about 14, 15 hours, and 7 days a week. Yeah, because for me, I kind of does a lot of different things in the restaurant.
Right.
It depends on the day. Sometimes working the front more, sometimes working the back more, sometimes just working the basement cutting vegetables. That's why I have a lot of time listening to podcasts.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yeah. The prep. Wow. Nice.
we eat a lot of food.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I could go more, honestly.
Yeah, we normally we finish everything.
Okay.
So you feel pretty good about being a comedian now.
Yeah, I just like it because it's pretty fun, you know.
You must have some really great friends.
Yeah, I have some very good friends that do comedy. Sometimes like we go to a different city, do comedy
It's more fun.
Toronto or Ottawa.
So do you guys kind of make jokes about each other, make fun of each other?
Oh yeah, quite a bit. What about you? Do you guys make jokes like in the restaurant?
No, I try to be funny.
Okay.
So on my business card, actually trying to be funny.
Okay.
Don't be too serious.
Right.
That's what I wrote on my business card.
Okay.
I like talking to people. That's one of the things I guess keep me going is like I have a lot of chances to talk to different people.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes if I kind of some joke with people a little bit with customers.
Right.
It feels good, and especially when you work really hard and then you find there's no hope in this business, you
Right.
know, and then it's a good thing keep you going. It's like
For sure.
Yeah. A lot of people.
It's the same thing in comedy, you know. Sometimes you get discouraged.
You don't feel like there's not bright future, right?
Yeah.
So,
And then somebody will say something nice, and you're like, oh wow, keeps you going. Eh?
I guess the Kyoto thing, if they have that thing, the version in Montreal would be fun too.
Mm-hmm. I would do it if
Yeah.
they came to Montreal.
But when you travel there, you can sign up. I guess the only stay in their own place is Austin. They only doing
it's
that in
Austin?
Yeah,
Oh,
they only doing that there. They've been doing 9 I could not believe it. Otherwise, if you so long, probably would be super famous already. But it does not seem that super famous. Kyoto that program.
I think it's very famous among people that do comedy,
So, yeah.
but not really the general.
Okay. That's why I knew it through Joe Rogan podcast.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of that's the important role of Joe Rogan to help the comedy.
Right, the smaller shows.
Yeah. It's crazy because once in a while, like every few shows, they're gonna mention because they got a lot of comedians on the show.
Mhm.
His show is like really popular, so he's promoting a lot of different comedians.
Right.
Like Kill,
Tony Hitchcock?
yeah, Tony Kinchkili. I only knew him through his program.
Right.
And Hans Kim. And also the other Russell Duncan, or the other Tom Segura.
Right.
But without like Joe Rogan mentioning or having them on the program, like probably never knew those people.
Okay.
Yeah, probably would never hear them. I can on the YouTube I can know Dave Chappelle, those top people, Chris Rock, and Louis C.K.
Right.
Several years ago, I listened to watched a lot of Louis C.K. stuff.
Right.
That's why the community is very important. I guess they promote each other.
Yeah, I like to watch Joe Rogan when they have, those, like, sometimes he has people come talk about like the pyramids and stuff. They have like theories about what the pyramids
the
are.
latest is the Atlantis. The latest postcard.
Oh yeah, they talk about that stuff.
Yeah, that crazy like.
Yeah, I like that.
All the KFC conspiracy or the 911. They talk about moon landing too. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. But I guess half of the podcast is about other comedian casts. That's how community and also UFC thing.
Right.
UFC.
Right.
So, like for me, it's learning English. You can know different part of communities.
Right.
But pyramid thing is really I've been visiting a pyramid before.
Oh really?
Yeah, my first job gave me the business trip to Cairo. I stayed there several months.
Oh wow.
So I visit Great Pyramids for probably 4 times myself. So I went to the central tomb.
Right.
I went there, like climb stairs. It's really amazing. Probably seriously you're gonna doubt it was made by people.
Right. Because I heard one thing this guy said was it's like because Nikola Tesla had this like coil,
Okay.
electric coil that would give electricity to everything around it. So then the guy said that the pyramids was that.
Really?
It was to give electricity, like unlimited electricity.
That could be the crazy theory.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy guys on the show though.
Yeah.
It could be like but that structure is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They had inside the Great Pyramids they have probably about 200 stairs.
Oh yeah.
So very low, but you have to hunch a little bit to go climb. But after all those stairs, it's a room.
Right.
That room has a tomb. It's a coffin, like
Right.
made of stone.
Right.
It's supposed to be a mummy there, but somebody took it. Bad guy.
Okay. Stole
Yeah. Or could be in the British Museum.
it. Right.
There's a lot of mummies.
Wow. So where else did you live? You lived in. You went to Cairo for a few months.
Yeah, and Rio de Janeiro as well. Rio de Janeiro.
Mm-hmm.
Several months there. So I was pretty lucky to be able to visit those great cities.
Mm-hmm.
Really great. Cairo is really great. And London as well. Kind of had. I was in London 2 times, totally 8 months.
Okay.
So as a young guy, and the company paid you to
Right.
to stay a different city, different
Mm-hmm.
country. It's pretty crazy.
Which company did you work for?
It's a top company.
Tencent.
No, that time Tencent was not.
Okay. I remember because my brother and I we played League of Legends a lot when we were younger, And then I looked up the company that made it, and it was Tencent. And
Really, this made them.
I think so, yeah.
The top, yeah.
Or they bought it.
They have to game.
They bought it, and then we wanted to invest. We wanted to invest in Tencent.
I guess if some people invested the stock market a few years ago, they lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
It crashed, right, in the U.S. stock market.
It crashed like at the beginning of the pandemic, but now it's not so bad. It recovered pretty quickly. Because my dad does stocks.
Do you guys use TikTok or the WeChat?
I use TikTok sometimes. Do you use it?
No. Use the app. You have the app on your phone.
Yeah, I have the app. Yeah.
What do you guys do? Watch like
I like watching the recipe videos.
it's addictive, right? It's an algorithm. They said it's algorithm is so smart just to they figure out what you like, you don't like. If you like this kind of stuff, they just keep feeding you the
Right. Yeah.
that short videos. It's really really addictive. Even I don't have TikTok, but I have the Instagram, right? Or the I probably use Instagram. Instagram has that video, that kind of sub account. They keep playing the crazy animal world. Like one animal eating another was chasing.
Oh, okay.
That crazy.
Yeah.
And some people, I guess, they find a business model. They just go to the wild to set up cameras to capture those kind of crazy moments.
Right.
And it's very addictive.
Oh yeah.
And it's fun. It's kind of it's a lot better than the zoo, right?
Yeah.
You see what is that? That kind of huge lizard. What is that called?
The what?
The lizard, the giant lizard.
Oh, Komodo dragon.
Yeah, Komodo dragon.
Yeah.
That thing is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of seeing that. And eating like other deer, whatever, like live.
Right.
And, jeez. And these kind of videos, and it's also like you see the hyenas or the white dogs eating those kind of innocent animals.
Right. I watch monkeys a lot. Monkey videos.
Yeah.
They just run around.
Okay. There's monkeys like the Komodo dragon. They ate monkeys, and a monkey crying like crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really brutal. And there was another one I saw recently. There was either cheetah or leopard or lion, male lion. Like not lion, not that giant. It's definitely the leopard family. Yeah. So the monkey was chased on the tree, right?
Yeah.
On the tree he was more agile, flipping around, jumping around, and then the last catch by the leopard was like the leopard like jumping back flip and in the air caught the monkey.
Wow.
That was crazy. So these kind of moments, some folks just catch it on also a lot of snakes videos, like mongoose fighting fighting snakes, cobras.
Where you grew up in China, what kind of animals did you have around?
In the village, the basic stuff, those kind of the goat,
Right. But
pigs, dogs,
if you went like out, if you went into like
wild.
more nature, yeah. Anything good?
It's very different. The population is so much. You have so much. The people have the presence everywhere, so there's no room for real wild animals.
Okay.
So you barely see them. Even rabbits, very rare to see rabbits. The hare, the wild ones.
Right.
The hare. So the first time I went to London, in the suburbs, like the way I had to pass to get the train, whatever, or even on the way to the office we work with the customers, like that probably 30-minute walk or 20-minute walk. So we saw a bunch of rabbits, some young babies with like that kind of thing, all squirrels, they running around. Like that time was first time I saw it, really shocking. That kind of nature, like living in the city, like you see a lot of hares, like, and because there's that kind of road, there's a lot of vegetations, not so many people walking, or there's no car passing. You just saw a bunch of them, like hare.
Right.
Yes, like with like some, you see the grown like adults, some babies or some together like that. We always took a camera to that time the old camera to take a picture to show off. But in my village, very remote villages, we don't see those.
What's the temperature in your village?
It's the typical 4-season thing.
Like How cold does it get in the winter?
Probably -5, -10, -5.
okay.
Now with the real global warming, I can feel it's not that cold. It used to be very cold.
Oh wow.
In recent years, like when I was a kid, like 30, 40 years ago, was cold like crazy. It's not like kids always felt it's like colder than actually it was cold. But I guess like by the real numbers was much colder than also.
Oh okay.
We had used to a lot of snow every year. Now you don't see snow the whole year.
Oh wow.
The snow itself may not reflect the real temperature. It just maybe the participation, what is the that thing is getting less, or maybe the cloud distribution was different.
Right.
But definitely a huge change. And also on the warming side, warming direction.
Okay. So you don't see like deer or something?
No, that thing is too big
Too
to
big.
survive.
Oh okay.
Too obvious.
Right.
I don't think you have to be really tiny to be able to survive the kind of people everywhere.
People everywhere. But you didn't have areas you would go where there wasn't a lot of people.
Has to be farms.
Has to be farms.
Yeah, because because people need to farm the land to get enough food. But here is really, really I guess Canada is really blessed. If you look at the land, not comparing to Asia, comparing to the other part of the world, it is blessed. We're blessed.
Right.
The resources, the land. Very rarely, like probably Russia, has more land, less population, but overall, like Canada, on the really top of the world.
Yeah, for sure.
We have the fresh water, per capita probably the #1 in the world by far.
Yeah, for fresh water.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, get you some water.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
So it's
I'll have the reach you.
probably add some hot water as well. So it is like here we see all kinds of animals like crazy. Canada is a really amazing place. For me, like that time, like for the immigration country you move to, either United States or Australia or Canada.
Okay.
That's kind of obviously on the top of the list.
Right.
First of all, it's English speaking, overall. I did not know it's French. It's
Okay.
big.
Right.
At the beginning, like everybody in China, I guess a lot of people, they have, even today, the impression is Canada is an English country.
Right.
Yeah. And then they don't know the /French or bilingual.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's amazing. It's an amazing thing, bilingual.
But I think there's a lot. There's like it's growing, like the Chinese population.
It's growing a lot.
Yeah, because
Chinese. Yeah.
on this street, you probably remember there used to be nothing, right? Like on St. Catherine, yeah. And now it's a bunch of it's all so many Asian chains that are coming in.
A lot of stores or restaurants, they have Chinese characters.
They have Chinese what?
The name of the business is Chinese. But what do you do, like, beside the comedy? What do you like or something? It's kind of 24 hours a day, maybe 5 hours.
Yeah, I like to.
Right. Yeah.
What do I like to do? I like to watch TV,
Not playing games.
Not so much anymore. I used to love that. When I was in
But do you write jokes a lot of time? You spend a lot of time writing jokes.
Yeah, a lot of time just thinking about jokes and.
I did watch after we say we're gonna be part of the video. I did search a little bit. You said there's one interview said the jokes is miscellaneous.
Yeah,
right?
miscellaneous. Yeah. Because I like to do jokes about. I like when the first part of the joke
Okay.
is already kind of interesting, you know,
Okay.
like the setup. Like, there's a lot of jokes they have like the same subject matter, you know. It's like a relationship or. I find like it's not very interesting subject matter. So I try to think of things that are already, if you heard someone talking about that, you'd be like, oh, you know, I like that subject. It's already kind of interesting.
But you have to be really careful about some subjects. Right now, it looks like if you make fun of certain group of people or certain race or kind of phenomenon, you could be in trouble.
I never really did that. I like to do jokes about
More intelligence jokes, wisdom jokes.
no, not really intelligent. I like really stupid, you know, really stupid jokes, but just about like I'm trying to think of what are some of my favorite jokes. Like, I don't know if I because I know some jokes, but they're from other people. You know, I don't know if I want if they want me to say it. You know?
No problem. Do you kind of about the jokes about the city, the province, like what we kind of Montreal today is something pretty laughable, like the construction every day.
Yeah, I don't really do jokes like that because you know, like a joke.
Yeah.
A good joke is like relatable. You know?
Yeah.
But some things are too relatable. You know what I mean? Like if I talk about the construction, it's like, you know what I mean? I didn't find the secret, like,
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So have to talk about something maybe people are not talking about that much.
Like if I found, here's a good example. Like one of my friends, one time he was talking about honey, you know, like using honey in the kitchen. He had a tweet like about how when he uses honey, he gets honey everywhere, like else in the kitchen, you know, because it's very sticky.
Yeah, sticky.
But I thought it was very funny because to me that was relatable. You know, like the construction is relatable, but it's easy relatable. But when somebody says, "I get honey," I forget what he said exactly, but the concept was that you know honey does
sticky. Okay, let me get some hot water plus your water. Like quick.
Thank you. What kind of jokes do you like?
I'm all over, even including the dirty jokes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of building my vocabulary of English language.
Right.
Some quick ones at the beginning. I like it. the kind of the wisdom thing, the smart jokes about is like this American Chinese called Joe Wang. Joe Wang was working on a lot of you have to think what he was trying to tell, that kind of but it's really smart. You figure out like people laugh like 5 seconds after,
Right.
to get what the joke was.
Right.
So that kind of clean jokes or smart jokes, that's fine too. And then some crazy jokes, the dirty jokes, and political jokes,
Right.
all that kind, everything. I just like I'm audience, so I like everything. I don't pick on
Right.
certain type. The more diversity, the better for me to see how people think. I want to figure out the ideas about the culture thing like in North America, what people really thinking.
Right.
That's why I really like some podcasts. They really talking from the beginning to the end, always talking.
Right.
And talking to a whole bunch of different people from different fields.
Right.
So the pyramids thing I heard on the podcast too,
Yeah.
and Atlantis as well.
Right.
And even I think probably is a big fake, probably is a fake one. And also the Amazon they said it's a man-made also.
Oh.
On the podcast, the whole forest.
The whole Amazon forest.
They said all the maybe not all, majority of the plants it's kind of people planting, like the same plant is not from wild.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, and also the moon landing as well.
Right.
Yeah. Even before the podcast, several years ago, I was questioning myself. The basic logic. If you could do it a long time ago, there's even today they cannot do it. So after the technology evolved so much, so moon landing definitely a big topic. And also
What do you think? Do you think they did it?
10 years ago, even today, because I'm learning computer science, so I follow logics a lot.
Right.
So engineering, those kind of technology. I think 50-50, I think it's fake.
Wow.
Yeah. It's still, for me, it's 50. It's not, either side is not persuading for me, but definitely have a lot of doubts. Especially they don't come out with a lot of follow-up, If it really did happen, normally they're pretty open. They're pretty open about how we really, all the questions, they're going to explain it very, very, like, convincingly.
Right.
It's the 9/11 as well, 9/11 also. There's a lot of, things going on.
Right.
But
Tower 7.
Yeah. And if you want to be really open, you want to kind of disappear, want to tell people it's rumor, whatever, the conspiracy is bad.
Yeah.
You have a lot of ways to explain things much better. The reporter is not,
Wait, what do you mean? What do you say?
They said 9/11.
Yeah.
Yes. People saying like it could be there's on the YouTube, could be inside job as
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah.
So it did happen, but it could be there's help from other side as well.
Right.
Yeah, it's but that thing, moon landing it's really tricky.
The moon landing is probably fake. Good chance.
Yeah, good chance.
Nice.
Because that's 69. It was the 50 some years after.
Right.
Even today, they cannot go there today.
They haven't been in a long time.
Yeah. It's just the odds, It's just the odds is very. It's kind of small. Plus, on top of that, they are not explaining well.
Right.
They don't come out saying, if you don't believe, we show you more, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. They just keep quiet. A lot of things coming out.
Well, what kind of stuff do you want them to show?
For example, the kind of there's still today very few images about those things. If you give them a lot of like the videos around that video behind scene, some kind of stuff.
Oh, like the shadows and stuff?
Yeah. No, not the shadow. Yeah, when they shoot the video, you just release more to prove it's not easy to fake. It's impossible to fake if you just release a lot more videos around,
Okay.
So you're gonna see, okay, this is the whole thing. The camera is not only rolling that time, and before around all the stuff, you just give a lot more videos, just impossible to fake it.
But I will say though, it was probably much harder to take video, back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if they had an iPhone, they probably would have taken a lot more video.
But official, they're gonna have on the ground also, because that kind of event on the ground, all different angles, whatever, all the data, they should have much more.
Much more data?
Yeah, much more data and video footages as well. And also, like for the landing site, everything, the flyover being so many times, with the resolution right now, you can release a lot more than what they have released. The things they left there, with right now the flyover, they should give you high definition images for them. So easier. There. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right.
Right? So with the technology today, the resolution is going to be super, super clear.
Well, what if they just go there now and put the flag?
Not only flag there, the lander part, some of them don't take with them, so it has to be staying there. So that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if they send a rover up and just to put old stuff to make it look like they did it?
That's not possible. With today, with astronomer, like those kind of observers or the things, whatever you do around there, somebody can recording it also. If you do that kind of a big mission, right?
There's other countries.
Also other people, what is that kind of community? The astronomy.
Astronomy.
Yeah. So there's observers for that as well.
Okay.
And they're tracking the aircraft or whatever the crafts around the moon every day. So if you suddenly have a big load of stuff coming down and then orbiting and then landing, so it cannot be a secret.
Okay. Makes sense.
And also the stuff you left there is made like 50, 60 years ago, and today you don't make the same.
Right. Well, you'd have to like smash it up.
Yeah. So it's right now, even a lot of countries, the orbiter right now, a lot of orbiters kind of flying around moon. And with the distance there, and with right now the resolution of cameras, the technology can easily see, oh, this is the spot. We just have all cameras focusing on this spot. It's not difficult.
Do you think you could see the stuff with a telescope?
Also, and especially on all the technologies around the moon, with that distance, maybe 50 kilometers or 100 kilometers, they're going to see it clearly. Super focused, even the resolution for the image on Earth, the resolution is pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you can zoom in really close.
Exactly.
You can see this restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, on the moon right now, even the moon is much smaller, so the orbit must be much smaller, right? The distance is much closer.
Even clearer.
Yeah. And there's no atmosphere, maybe not that kind of. So it's easier to see it clear.
Right.
So it's but right now, I guess in the next few years, that would be the moment to see it's real or not. Because in the next few years, other part of all different countries, they're gonna land the moon to see what happened before, right? If it didn't happen, so it's all there. If they did not happen, so you cannot hide it anymore. It will be fun in a few years, probably 10 years. The US, their plan is like 2 or 3 years, or 5 years, at least most 5 years, they're gonna have somebody land there. With the last because I follow space a lot. Last year, I guess November. So just Artemis 1, they sent the orbiter already. They sent a kind of a crew approved, certified capsule.
Okay.
Surround orbiting moon already, but they did not land. But land takes more technology, more things.
Right.
Land and shoot you up, right?
Right.
So that crew spaceship, they call it Orion. The Orion capsule already orbiting the moon for several days and then return back to Earth.
Okay.
But it's no no astronauts inside, but it's built for astronauts already. So,
Okay.
but that thing is tested last year. Then next step, probably send astronauts orbiting the moon. That's the step 2.
Right.
Step 3, and maybe 2 or 3 years to verify to make sure it's safe. That would be 2 or 3 or 5 years. They can land some astronauts there on the moon, and then they have before that have to figure out they can shoot people back. You don't want to stay there forever.
Yeah.
So imagine that kind of technology. Still today, they are doing this step by step, so carefully, so slowly. Imagine that 50, 60 years ago.
Right. Well, why do you think Russia or China or another superpower country doesn't say they lied about going to the moon?
They lost the purpose already. At the beginning, they were tricked as well. China was not in the picture at all. Only the Soviet Union.
Right.
The Soviet Union, they did try. They both of them tried really hard. Maybe they thought they were close, but
Right.
they just failed all the time, all the times. But then if you fake it, make it. Also, you were close too. It's not far from achievement, realization. You just the last hump you cannot pass the last hump, but you faked it. So the other
Right.
side just believed it,
Right.
got tricked.
But even now they think they got tricked.
Even now, there's no point to point them. It's just the Americans that are doubting themselves too.
Right.
So there's no wait for Russians to come out to say like it's fake, because
Right.
Americans themselves, like maybe half the population, they have the same,
Right.
I guess at least half probably in United States.
Right.
Half of the population already, yeah.
think it's fake.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you put a survey today, in the American population, probably half.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's not a big deal anymore. Just
Not a
like
big
people,
deal,
yeah. Even we tricked you, but that's 50 years ago. What's the
Right,
big deal?
right,
The
right.
damage is already done.
Statute of limitation.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just curiosity. Curiosity. People saying, you kind of, if it's a real trick, it's a great achievement for you as well.
Right. Both ways. It's
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Both ways.
Even better.
Yeah,
Even
even better, I guess. You trick your biggest foe.
Yeah.
It's a great achievement. So it's not lose face or something. I don't think it's a lose face.
Right.
It's not a big deal. They tricked the Vietnam War also, right? That's a
Right.
fake one.
Right.
Yeah, so they did it a couple of times.
Right.
Nobody,
Tricksters.
yeah, nobody is all time right. But it's when you think about technology or any possibilities, it's kind of you have doubts, serious doubts. You see,
Right.
it's
Especially that it was at that time that they were doing the Vietnam War,
yeah.
and that was like all lies.
Yeah, all nice. And also the plan, they try to invade Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shoot down their own passenger
Right.
airline,
Right.
and then the last moment was denied, refused by Kennedy, President Kennedy. So the
Right.
whole plan was already detailed.
Right.
So you never know what they can do, but
Yeah. They
but
got some good tricks.
yeah, but the technology itself is super. First, you have to send people to land the moon, and then you have to be able to send them back. That thing is not easy.
Yeah, that part's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So on the Earth, everything you control, everything on the Earth, you should have something. It's
Right.
super hard.
Right.
And imagine you bring all the equipment, all the stuff to another planet, the moon,
Right.
and then assemble them together to adjust
Right.
all the parameters to set up everything,
Right.
and shoot them to their space. To
So
their,
true.
yeah, it's not easily done, especially like 50, 60 years ago. Like that computer is, what the hell? They don't have good camera technology. They don't have all the
Right.
sensory in the computers.
Right.
And you're risky the first time. You never tried people in another kind of a star, whatever, those kind of entities.
Right.
So the sending back is
The
crazy.
sending back.
Yeah, even
it does
today,
sound really crazy.
Yeah, it's extremely hard.
Right. I don't even know anything about it. It's,
Even today they cannot do it safely.
right. No, if I was on the moon and they told me I have to get back,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, if you stay there, good luck. It's good. Enjoy
Mhm.
the weather. But if you want to go back, and you go to the orbit is super far. It's like there's the orbit of Moon, and then if you want to leave the orbit of Moon to join the orbit of Earth, you have to kind of fling you super far. It's super far. It's not like a circle thing. It's kind of a like a oval thing, or even kind of it's
Right, you have to like
millions of
launch
miles.
and-
Yeah, millions of miles away.
Yeah.
And if you are the astronaut sitting there, to travel millions of miles away,
Mhm.
and then after that trip, you land, and then you have to figure a way to leave the moon to
Yeah, I
come
know.
all the way back.
Right. That must be the worst part when
Yeah.
you're on the moon.
Yeah,
When you have
exactly.
to come back.
Yeah, you go to a trip, far away a trip, and you get there is one thing,
Right.
and you think about how to come back.
Yeah. Even in the world it's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, exactly.
Because I've even thought like sometimes I'm very far away
Yeah.
and I can't even imagine how I'm gonna come back to
Yeah.
my home.
Yeah,
You know, It's
exactly.
so small.
Yeah, it's
My home is so small in the world and I'm like in the middle of the USA or something, you know, and I can't even believe that I'm gonna come back to my little, you know, so precise where I live.
on the earth you have all the support system, supporting
Exactly.
system, everything. You have people, tens of people, hundreds of people, or thousands of people working for you, working for
Right.
this thing to work. And out there you have nobody.
You have nothing.
You have no system to support you. Whatever you have there, it's a barren field, and then the stuff you bring with you, and it cannot be too heavy. Otherwise, your rocket does not support.
Right.
You have to bring certain amount of stuff. That thing can bring you back home. That's kind of really
Right.
top technology,
Yeah, for sure.
and nobody help you there. Even the ground people on the earth, they try to help you set up there, but it's way too far. They even don't know what's happening there.
Right.
They don't know
And you
what
never see any pictures of them. I've never seen a picture of them leaving the moon.
exactly. But if somebody, so they should be able to. But if it really happened, probably they're sitting there super nervous. They don't do any recording. Probably
Right.
super nervous. Or some protocol, you don't use the electronics like you don't use cell phone or airplane.
Right. Right. They were on airplane.
Interesting. So that's kind of stuff I follow. Sometimes to explore a little bit, just to also learn English.
Right.
But you are not interested in this stuff, right? You are not interested with the space thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested. I'm not like I don't know how to make it or whatever.
I will watch some YouTubes.
Yeah, I watch an occasional YouTube video, but
Another thing, have you traveled to the United States to perform somewhere there, or like some trip living in Montreal, or some Canadian cities for sure, right?
yeah, a few times I performed in the U.S., but mostly in Canada. Yeah.
That's probably a little bit tough. Their stuff is different, right? Their interest could be very different.
It's pretty similar, but the problem with the U.S. is you're not allowed to get paid to do it. If you're Canadian and you don't have, you need to get a special visa.
It's a visa. It's a work visa.
Yeah.
But I guess it's difficult even in Canada to get paid well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of tough business.
Right.
Only the people make it to the very top.
Yeah, exactly.
The last time the Monica was here, Monica's lucky he got a full-time marketing job.
Mm-hmm.
So on the side she does
Some comedy.
Yeah, comedy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
she's interesting.
Yeah, I know her for quite a while. She was in the U.S. I think. Right?
Yeah, she tried a lot. She was very aspiring for the actor career,
Right.
acting career.
Right.
She did a lot of acting, and then comedian. But she had she said, I guess, for 10, 20 years, more than 10 years, she's always been working on marketing, sales, whatever.
Okay.
So,
Right.
so she has a full-time job. She's on the side. She that's no stress at all.
Right.
You know, sometimes it's like financially you save.
Yeah, for sure. And you do it for fun.
But you are super young. Do you plan well? Do you have a big planner? Like, you know, there's my age of 24. You know, in next few years, I need to get.
Yeah.
Some people they plan.
I was like, because to me, I don't really think I'm that good at other stuff, because I train my brain to think of jokes so much. You know what I mean?
How do you train your brain?
What's that?
How do you train your brain? Train your brain.
Because I used to just think about it all the time. Because when I was in high school, I had a cell phone. And then I got mugged.
Mugged by your classmates?
No, at Vendôme by some people I don't know.
Jeez, that's pretty tough.
And then I didn't have a phone anymore. So whenever I was on the bus,
how did they mug you? Just smash you, grab it, or
I was
shouting at you?
Shouting. I don't know if they had a weapon, but they were like bigger, and they were like, "Give me your phone."
Jeez, never had that.
Yeah, but it was because I was very small. You know, I was in high school, and then I lost my phone. I didn't have a phone anymore. So when I was on the bus and stuff, I would just only thinking of jokes. You know. So it's kind of good that I lost my phone, I think, because it was distracting, you know. And then from then, I would just always think about jokes, like a lot, you know. And then I started doing comedy, and I thought about jokes even more. And then when I started doing Twitter, like even more, you know. So now it's
like, you have a lot of Twitter followers. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, I started like 5 years ago, and then people just follow you sometimes. Like sometimes you get a tweet that has a lot. I'm sure you got a lot of followers from when you did that.
Yeah,
you were in newspapers.
Yeah, newspaper. Yeah.
Did you notice it was going up a lot?
Yeah, for sure. I one time I removed my Twitter. I deleted. I joined 2009 or 2010. That time I was using Twitter to learn English. Everything about me is learning English. Yeah. So, but I was saying I lost interest. I was following NBA. I was following Obama that time.
Right.
Like maybe Obama that time already. Yeah, 2009. So I was following the celebrities to see what they write in English. So I was trying to. Then I lost interest. Then 2021 last year, I deactivated already for a few days already, and then that thing happened. I just reclaimed back within a month.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I cleaned everything within 30 days.
Wow,
so starting from zero, and then I got like some followers, but it's not serious. A lot of people they saw the news, they follow, then they find I'm really boring. I don't tweet a lot. I don't tweet things. I'm really boring. I'm boring, but I'm sometimes serious as well. I'm a serious thinker. I think about a lot of things, to be honest.
Right.
I think about how the society is working. I'm thinking about politics. I'm thinking about like how the city works. I think about why United States is working this way, Canada is working this way, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's super boring. But then you don't express those opinions. You're gonna offend people, or people don't agree with. So and so I think myself is a little bit boring. My story is boring. Out of nowhere, I was reported, but then the people want to follow up. Even a lot of my friends want me to follow up to make it like even bigger, to take advantage of the situation of the publicity. But I told everyone I'm a boring person. What I can say, so I just keep it boring.
Right.
It's
no, that's a good. But that's the thing. Like if you.
But I have not so many things to say on Twitter. But I try probably starting today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by your tweets, to be honest,
Okay.
to see you try to write something, and some people find it's funny. Just give a smile. Is keep every day you have few lines. That's
Right,
amazing.
right,
Probably that's what I'm gonna do later on. I
Right.
kind of to say what's happening in the restaurant, for example, or what's
No, I think that's great because people love, even me. Like I was so interested in. Most people don't run a restaurant, So when you talk about it, it's very interesting.
Yeah. I probably do that also. Yeah. I also probably shoot some video for. I was exploring the idea maybe next month, every a week or two, I shoot a 10-minute or less than 10-minute video myself to tell them what's going in the restaurant or what I think of something.
Right.
So to let more people know me, because my thing is, even I'm boring serious, but I want to express. That's something curiosity. I'm curious about the American stuff or the Canadian stuff. That's why I keep learning the language to improve, to be able to fully appreciate some jokes or their conversations.
Right.
So that's my thing I want to express. So maybe I do the short videos and I post the link on the Twitter to say to know at least it's a history for me I have recorded some silly ideas at the time.
Right.
After a few years, look back.
For sure.
So silly, but
no, because when you were talking about like running the restaurant and that you don't feel so young anymore.
Yeah, I'm really tired.
Yeah, that your muscles hurt and your bones hurt. Yeah. That was a great tweet. I thought very honest.
Yeah, that's my thing. I always, because at the end of the day, that's all my theory. At the end of the day, people die. You all die, and then you don't want to do something wrong to achieve something.
Right.
Either achieving it or not achieving it is not a big deal at the end of the day. You're gonna all die. That's my theory. So you always try to live your life to be yourself.
Right.
We all pretend. We all wear masks, but try less.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I cannot tell you all my secrets, but I try to be truthful most of the time.
For sure. That's why people love when you said that the pork belly is a little bit greasy.
Yeah. I try to, I want to explore, just people's idea, like your idea. Just found you on Twitter, and then I 100% like all comedians. I like interview all comedians in Montreal. If you can recommend someone else,
sure.
It would be great. So just talk about myself is really like this trait, this comedian, this kind of performance to make people laugh, and also themselves. Myself, without jokes or mocking myself, sometimes have to tell myself to see, even you have a hard life, even things are not working out very well.
Yeah.
And I need to have some humor inside me to keep me going, to say like it's not a big deal. It's probably if you keep working on it, probably later will be better.
Right. So true.
Yeah. So but I try not to lie. If a lot of things they ask me, I feel humiliated or feel ashamed of something, I just try not to answer it or try not to say it instead of lying. That's my theory. Is I try not to talk about it if I feel like really bad about myself. Instead of just tell you the wrong story, wrong version of the story to lie. Lying is, you don't have to lie. You just try a little bit, to tell. It's not a big deal, to be honest. If you just say the right things, tell people what you really are.
Yeah.
And
because people appreciate that honesty. Usually,
it doesn't have to be lying. And also, a lot of people ask me, you can do the videos like short, say something crazy to make people attract more people views, but I'm not that guy. I'm not that kind of interesting person. I'm just curious.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not worth it. If you lie, you make something, you gain something.
Yeah.
Even you gain a lot of money or some fame, like you really get something from lying or whatever, do other things. But even it's not worth it.
Right.
You all die.
It never works out in the
end. Even it works out, to be honest. Some people really get away from doing bad things. Especially the people on the top. No, especially people on the top.
Yeah.
All the people on the top, like the political figures, they have to be assholes. They have to be full of, crap. You know, otherwise
narcissists.
they have to cheat the way to by persuasion. You know,
Right.
it's their capabilities, skills.
Right.
I'm not condemning any of them, but you cannot be super nice, super kind to achieve that kind of status in the public affair.
Right.
You have to tell lies, you know, to kind of trick people,
Right.
believing you like a crowd, you know, the big population.
Right.
Yeah.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, if you
Buzz Aldrin.
the Neil, it's the moon landing.
Yeah.
It's it's the politics, you know, politicians, you know, if you are so good at things to kind of manipulating the crowd, the public to trust in you,
Right.
You have to tell lies. 100%, I don't buy you are naturally. You are so nice. You are so capable. You are so kind to people. Put people's interest in you, and it's not possible. It's not possible, and the people naturally work your way up, and
because it's an opposing idea for you to want the power, all the power, but also to help other people. Yeah. It's like
exactly.
It's opposing idea.
The one theory is very obvious. People, you see the two candidates, they want to win the election. The two candidates, they spend way much time and energy to attack others, to lie about other side, and you bear the shame of lying. You bear the attacks from other side. All these sufferings, all these kind of bad behaviors, and then you definitely want to win this position to serve other people. That's just not making sense. You know, you want this position to help other people. At the same time, you're doing all these dirty tricks to what is so desperate? Right. You are so desperate to win this position, and then you're telling me you want this position to help others.
Right, to help us.
It's not making sense.
Yeah.
If you say you have to be this kind of, do a lot of bad things like smearing, do other things, if you say that hard, and your purpose is only to help all others, I think you all give up. You don't want to go that far to suffer that much to serve other people instead of yourself.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Nobody cares that much about other people.
Exactly. and you use all your tools, you wrestle your all muscles to get that position with all means, and then at the end of the day, you are so nice to others. That's only for you guys, not for me.
At the end of the day, it's all to help us.
Yeah, it's that's very obvious.
Maybe there's one person that's that nice. Maybe one is good.
But sometimes I think, but
throughout all of history,
I'm contradicting myself also.
Yeah.
But I sometimes do think politicians, they're really noble.
Yeah.
Because some of them, they really have the idea to think the big picture of our society, which direction the society is going.
Right.
So what I said before could be wrong too.
Right.
So my theory, I'm always contradicting myself in my head.
Yeah.
So on the other side, I think some of them really noble. Because it could be us, could be like we find like we really want to change the direction of the society, or the change of direction of the city is going, the country is going. You know, some people saying, okay, I take a little bit heat from coming out to compete for a candidate position to the office. You know, some people they do think that way.
More local politics. They're like that. But the higher up you get, I feel like the people are less and less noble. Yeah,
exactly. But the people at the beginning, they start noble, but then on the way there, and then they change ideas. Yeah. When they see more things, when they have more experience, then they interact with other people, so they change. Everybody is changing.
Like at some point, if we become politicians, like maybe you would agree, oh yeah, we need to fake the moon landing. For
greatness of the big picture.
For the big picture, like right now we're like we should tell the truth, but then we learn more stuff about everything.
It's better to keep the secret.
Yeah, keep the secret.
It's people always.
So it wasn't fake.
Yeah. It was real. People always changing. You know, it's
I don't know if it was fake. Maybe it was real.
So
both are good options.
Yeah. it's great. So always optimistic. Optimistic. You know, it's even it's fake, but still great.
Yeah, exactly. Still a good job, nonetheless.
Yeah, nonetheless. So that's why I'm really curious. I try to get more information from all angles, from everywhere. Yeah, even some of them really bad information.
Right.
Not too bad to learn some new words.
Exactly.
To know some more crazy people. So
Right.
I'm really open. That's my stuff.
Yeah, that's a very good philosophy.
You live in Montreal. Another thing I want to ask, like, what do you think of Montreal? Some good things about Montreal, bad things about Montreal.
Good things is it's pretty like, for me, I think it's pretty inexpensive to live here.
Okay. Not right now.
Not right now, but Toronto is crazy.
That's insane. Yeah, I guess.
So compared to Toronto, it's pretty good. But I feel like the society in Montreal is a little bit like sleepy. You know what I mean?
Relaxing, I guess.
Yeah, because you go to Toronto and they're always doing stuff. And sometimes I feel like maybe I would be better off there to have the motion. You know what I mean? The motivation.
You,
yeah, exactly.
Collectively, everybody moving faster pace.
Exactly. Yeah. But here it's like
everybody smoking marijuana to relax.
Everybody's relaxing here and cancel. Maybe I'll cancel everything. Stay at home. But very good city, I find. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I like it a lot, so that's why I'm sticking here. As an immigrant Chinese being, a lot of people moved out already. A lot of my friends work in IT field.
Yeah.
A lot of people moved. They found better opportunities. The same position probably Toronto pays much higher.
Yeah.
Or the American cities.
Right.
But I like Montreal is my city. I like it a lot.
Yeah. It's a very good city. Yeah. Lots of feels nice on the street. Some cities you walk around and it feels empty.
Feel cold.
Yeah.
Feel cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Here is like too much interactions.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of interactions.
It's close together here.
Yeah. Great. Something else you want to add? It's almost 2.5 hours.
Okay. Nothing much. The food was great and the great restaurant. Great owner.
I really try hard during the pandemic.
Right. Wow. Thank you very much. And maybe I'll see you at a comedy show soon.
Yeah. I try to, if I have time, try to make time.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah.
We can wrap up here. So thank you.
Thank you, Fagan. Thanks very much.